What should it be? Tell me.
Hi, Max. Nice to have you here today with us at Team Brutal for this interview. How are you doing?
I'm fine, and you?
I'm good,
Thanks for the
thank you.
interview.
First, I would like to congratulate you on your new position with Wormhole Dev as the new head of H&R. Is the first time you are doing H&R related work?
Yeah, it's the first time I work as an AR in a very good label like that. It's a very good job, and it's more easy when you have the passion of all that to discover new artists and hear lots of cool music. So it's very cool.
It's very nice. So for people who don't know you, you have to tell us a little bit more about yourself. Like, you are a music director, producer, composer, singer, songwriter, and an actor, correct?
Yeah, yeah. In the video clip, I play sometimes some roles and others, and I compose, I sing, and I'm a artistic director. Yeah.
That's very cool. Not to get too much into your acting career,
Yeah.
um, as it's not the purpose of this interview, but in what acting roles have you performed besides the video clips that you do?
I have performed in some videos in the past, but in a private area. So it's difficult to tell you here exactly what I have do, but for the future, I have some proposals to play in some things, but for the moment it's secret. So for the moment, you have Beyond My Blood, the clip Beyond My Blood, where I play two characters, and another one will come Julie 5, City of Mortals, where I play another character, and some possibilities are coming in the near future.
That's also very cool. Hope to see you soon in some plays or in some series or movies.
Why not?
Who
We'll
knows?
see. We'll see. Maybe
Um,
an alien movies, or we'll see.
Now, getting back into your music career, when did you discover your passion for music? Like, at what age did you thought to yourself,
Mm,
I really
I th-
enjoy this?
yeah, I think in my youth, I discover Michael Jackson and David Bowie, some music like that, and s- uh, around 16 years old, I have discovered a fantastic band called Rhapsody with orchestral parts, orchestrations, and others, and fall in love with these bands, and all follow after. I buy a guitar, I play guitar and keyboards 3 years after, around 19 years old, and all follow after.
Okay. So, who inspired you into being part of the music industry, and which famous musicians do you admire the most?
The artist I admire the most is Devin Townsend. For me, Devin Townsend is a true genius in the music area, and he composed all the production too. He made the production too, and my favorite album is Ocean Machine, um, Pen of Salvation too, Dream Theater, and lots of fantastic bands like that. And the music business, I have worked in the past as an estate agent 10 years ago, so I know the business world, and I know there are a lot of sharks and others in this area, but it's a fantastic world when you have the passion and when you have the strength to not be trapped in some things.
Okay. In your website biography section, you claim to be self-taught. Does that also apply to singing? Did you ever have any singing lessons?
Yeah, I takes lessons, vocal lessons with vocal coach called Milo Lee. 10 or between 10 and 20 lessons for the brief and others. And in the near future, I will take again some lessons to evolve day by day, because I think it's important for the future albums and the future shows. It's a scenic and vocal coach.
How would you describe the music that you typically create?
The music I have created is epic, is a mix between film score as Hans Zimmer with self-taught too, and rock and metal, progressive metal with some extreme elements too. I love black metal, and you have elements of new age world, hip hop, and lots of other music too in my world, artistic world.
Did your style evolve since the beginning of your career?
Yeah, all evolve very naturally in the career. At the beginning, only I play only film score and with some guitars elements, and progressively I have integrate lots of other elements.
Okay. What is your creative process and where do you get your inspiration from?
I think the creation process is very natural and it's coming outside. I don't know exactly, but in general, it's very natural, and I don't know where it's come from.
In what other projects have you been part of before starting your solo career? I know you were part of Costilia. Did I say it right?
Yeah.
Were there others before?
Um. First, I sing in a cover band. I have sing lots of covers from rockabilly to soul to hard rock to lots of different genres. And after that, I have integrated another band called Downward. They have changed their name between. Now it's Obscure. And I have made some growl vocals too, with clean singing too. And yeah, Constellia Secret Garden. Constellia Secret Garden was a project with another composer. In this project, I was not the full composer. There are another composers, so it's co-composition, but we don't have exactly the same vision. He wants something more
Musically speaking, you have opposite views of it.
yeah, opposite views, because he wants more commercial music and me more artistic music. But I think the two are important, and it's why I have created the Far From Home double album, And I want in this album to be free to compose what I have really in my head, in mind, and all the fantastic musicians after have made their parts on it, and have made a fantastic work with their technique and others, and the sound too is very, very good.
So Far From Home is album is quite a super production. How it was to create and produce a massive double album like this one, and with so many famous guests.
At the beginning, I have composed the album in 6 months, and I want to make a simple album, a simple epic album. And finally, when I have write the script, the scenario, too many ideas come in mind, and I want to finally make a double album. And at the beginning, no guests in my mind, but finally, when I have contact Vikram Shankar on the keyboard, who work with Tom Englood of Evergreen, this project, fantastic project Silent Skies, I have contact Tom Englood, the first guest in the album, and finally, after ideas to contact lots of others.
Okay. How did the recording of all these artists went?
The recording of these artists, I have imagined all the vocal lines first at home, and when I have received the orchestrations and the musicians' parts, I go in a studio to record all the vocals I have in mind, readapt if something is wrong with some elements, and after that I have give to all the guests their parts with the lyrics, and they have made their parts after, and sometimes readapt.
Okay. What message do you want to get across with Far From Home album?
The message for Far From Home is very deep. There's a strong story behind. You can learn the story in the 48 pages booklet with the digipack of the Far From Home double album, and it begins at the prehistoric era and finally comes progressively in our modern society with all we know, the corruption, the conditioning, the violence in our society, in our streets. And there's a character called Ethan, and progressively there's an acceleration of time in the story, and the character is at the beginning young, and at the end of the story is old. So you have lots of connection interactions in the in the story, and yeah, it's like that.
It's basically
And
telling a story.
yeah, and in the end you have a character, Ethan, called Ethan, who is in front of a golden door, and when he's in front of this golden door, you don't know if he pass away, and you don't know at the end of the story if he's dead or if he's in another dimension or others. It's all the mystery of the story.
Maybe that's a story for another album.
Yeah, too. Lots of
Um,
possibilities.
so who made your logo and your artwork?
I don't understand the questions.
Who made your logo, the name of...
Okay, the logo is made by Niklas Sundin. Niklas Sundin is precedent guitarist of of Dark Tranquility, and
the album artwork, who made it?
it's Thomas Everard who have made the album artwork and all the illustrations in the booklet. And he have made fantastic work. I have first write the sketches, I have draw the sketches on the paper, and I have give to him all the elements I want, and he illustrates all that very, very well.
For our readers and listeners in this case, where they can listen to your music, in which platforms is it available, and where can they purchase the double CD or any merchandise you have?
On all the digital platforms, they can listen and buy the double album on all the digital platforms like Spotify, Deezer, and others. On my Bandcamp too, and they can buy the double album on Oral Music Web Store too, and others platforms.
Since you are a musician, I'm certain you have encountered several issues with the music industry. So, what is the biggest problem you have encountered in the music industry so far?
The biggest problem I have encountered in the music industry, it's a good question. Lots of ego wars, lots of sharks who want to trap you and to abuse. They lots of people in this music industry try to abuse you with their abuse of power, first of power, and I think it's completely there are some idiots who like who do that, and I don't want to work with this type of people. So I have made choices on my project to ignore this kind of people and try to have some fantastic people around me and a very good team to don't be disturbed by these elements.
All right.
And yeah.
And if you could change anything in the music industry, what would it be?
I think actually lots of label try to abuse others and try to make more money on their backs, and they don't have a deep consciousness, and it's sad because it's like the society, yeah? But I think the label it's important for the label to see the talent of the artists and not their commercial aspects, because many years ago it was not like that. Lots of these things are changed since years to years, and I think now it's important to recover the true talent, the emotions, and the artistic side in the project, not the money.
That's partially what you do now when you're trying to sign new bands and artists to Wormhole Deaf, right? To
Yeah,
focus on the artistic side of them.
yeah, of course, to give the chance to these artists to be recognized in the music industry. It's very, very important for me and for us in the Wormhole Deaf records label. We are not like this label who want a product, and they want the images like that, the smile like that, the club is like that. I don't know why, but they are all the same in the end. It's not good for the artistic aspect. I think it's better to have difference between all the artists and not some clones.
When you started your career, did you have your family and friends support, or people telling you, "Oh no, don't do it. You cannot make it in this industry"?
Um, it depends. It depends on the people, on the family. But fortunately, I have lots of supports from my family. So it's a luck. I have luck in this way, and I have worked since many years as an estate agent and others job, and the money I have gained in this job, I have put the money on the project.
Okay. So what advice would you give to someone starting a career in the music industry?
I think to begin in
Like the advice you would like to have been given to yourself when you started?
yeah, you have to be very very strong in the music industry because the people don't give you any presence. You have to do it yourself. The musicians around you are here to do the job, but it's you before all who have to make all the efforts and put all the elements together to have a solid project. No one will help you. You are in general alone
Yeah,
to
and you
make
have to
the,
invest a lot of money to get things
and
going.
unfortunately you have to invest lots of money. Actually, it's very very sad because some people, some artists are fantastic talent and have wonderful music and wonderful compositions, but they don't have the money to go forward, to go um, higher sometimes. And it's necessary for them to sign with big label or over if they have the possibilities. But after that, the label abuse them and said to them, you do that, you do that. If you don't do that, you take the door.
It's very
And
important to read the small letters in the contract.
yeah, of course, of course. Um, and to have sometimes someone who know the laws and others to read the contract because they abuse kindness and they abuse the artist in general, and it's worse when they don't have money. It's why you have to be strong. You have to know your possibilities and make the good choices for the label, for you, and for the musicians you have in your project, because lots of musicians are not very very cool. They think of their own business, and they don't give you a present. They want the money, and after that they leave,
Yes.
or in some way they joke on you if you are not by their side, and they are paid. So it's completely it's very strange. It's very strange area.
Talking about the label, how did you get in touch with Wormhole Dev? You sign a deal with them to release your album, double
Yeah,
album.
yeah. I have contacted some other labels, and finally, with all the proposals I have, I found in Wormhole Dev a family and freedom I cannot have in the other labels. The other labels are not on the same state of mind, and I don't want to be prisoner or to have some problems with other labels. But some proposals were very good. But Womeldef is a very fantastic family, and the team is fantastic too. And I'm happy, very happy with them. And I recommend this label to all the new artists who want to sign. And Carlo Bellotti, the label director, is
Now they
fantastic.
should be talking to you about it.
Yeah. And Natasha Pryback too. Very good.
For example, a new artist want to start their career. How do they reach you to be part of the Wormhole Deaf family?
If an artist want to be part of the Womeldef family, they can contact me on Facebook or via the Womeldef website, and then I will listen their music and review it. And if I like the music, I can offer to them a contract, an offer, and if they are interested by the deal, yeah, we can sign them, and if all the conditions are okay for them.
Okay, that's very fair.
Yeah.
So, what are your plans for the future, and what do you want to achieve?
For the future, lots of others ID. For the moment, one thing at a time. We have the Far From Home double album, other video clips to come.
You're still working on them, on the
Yeah,
video clips.
the video clips are already finished.
Are you going to do a video clip for all the 14 music songs in the album?
Yeah, yeah. It's an Israeli artist called DPMX web designers who have made for lower costs video illustrations of all the songs on the album. And you have two other video clip made in 3D Unreal Engine with Unreal Engine. Very cool video clips will come in July and in August. After that, lots of shows and concerts will be organized.
And probably a world tour, no?
I hope, yeah. Yeah. We are actually negotiation with some fantastic bookers and others, but we have to see with the money and all if all is okay. For the moment, I think of a configuration with two singer, one woman singer and me, and beautiful lights, sounds, and images on screen behind. For the moment, I think it's already good, but in the future, depending of the means and others, we can take the
Have like
musicians
a
of
full concert with an orchestration behind you.
it's very expensive.
Yeah, I imagine. But that would be a goal to achieve.
Yeah, it will be fantastic. It will be fantastic. One of the goals to achieve is to make first parts of Enzymer, for example. But we will see what is possible. But yeah, lots of configurations are possible, and I work on new album too. It will be an epic one, not double album, but an epic one, and others ideas for goodies for others album collaboration and all.
Okay. So, Max, what's next for you?
Um, first to I hope the people can listen and buy the double album if they like it. With if possible the 48 pages booklet with the fantastic illustration made by Thomas Everard to understand the full story. And if people can come in my future shows, it will be fantastic too.
All right. Thank you very much, Max. And thank you for your time and for being here with me today doing this interview. It was very kind of you.
To you
I
too.
wish you all the best for your future endeavors. And I hope to see more of your work in the future.
Thanks
and
for your
hopefully to go to one of your concerts.
Yeah, it will be a pleasure. It will be a pleasure, and I wish you all the best too.
Thank you very much. Have a nice evening, Max. Thank you again. And see you
You
soon.
too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
It's a beautiful moment.